I had come across discussions online about a manga following the boy who gained superhuman abilities after losing his balls, and I looked into it. The artwork was fantastic. I was befuddled by how such a goofy premise would require such magnificent drawings, and so I read a few chapters and then I put it on my long list of manga I needed to read. But as we would have it, it was announced that the anime was in production, and so I held off from reading since the opportunity to watch was presented to me, and honestly, I wasn't prepared for how impressed I'd be by Dandadan. This anime has everything. Humor, Dandadan. Animation, Dandadan. Sakuga, Dandadan. Likeable characters, Dandadan. Romance, Dandadan. A theme song that slaps. I love this anime because it's not trying too hard, at least in my opinion. There's this thing that popular anime does where there is a theme surrounding a story and they use every opportunity to overemphasize it to the point where it can get annoying. We know that you are going to work hard to become the most important person in your community. We know that you are going to protect everyone you love. We know that you believe in the power of friendship. Please, shut up. This is me being nitpicky. I know it's shonen, it comes with the territory. I'm not complaining too much. It's endearing sometimes. But Dandadan is just about a shy, awkward boy and a take-no-nonsense girl who both come to appreciate their friendship with each other while searching for the boy's balls. There is an underlying romantic tone between the both of them, but it never feels like he needs to get there. Ken, or Okarun, doesn't have any friends and he appreciates that Momo enjoys his company. Momo, being kind of popular, appreciates Okarun's weirdness and interest in aliens. Yes, he's different from all the guys that she has been with, and yes, he has the same name as an actor she's a big fan of, but you can still appreciate how great their friendship is without needing it to be more than that. Romantic interest or not, the dynamic between the two is very wholesome to watch, and it's easy too. None of that anime nonsense like lack of communication or Momo being a tsundere or one of them acting like they have an asthma attack when the other one shows up. Yes, Momo has her moments, but she takes accountability for her mess-ups and apologizes without trying to make it seem like she's somehow a victim. The characters in this anime are so likable. The most likable set of characters with personality I've seen in a while. Momo stands up for the people she cares about. She takes accountability when she hurts them and she's willing to admit when she's wrong. She doesn't take nonsense. She's unabashedly herself and doesn't try to change Okarun either. She's smart and she's strong and she has cool outfits. Okarun may be shy, but he's very protective and always willing to help others. Unlike most anime, he's not portrayed to us to be the chosen one. He's just a guy, a believably awkward guy who does his best when necessary. He's dependable, he's determined not to fail those that he cares about, and you can see his emotional growth as the show goes on. The characters actually have chemistry. Despite how goofy and whimsical the show can get, it's very down to earth and it's never doing more than it needs to. The storyline isn't crazy, but it doesn't need to be. It's a weird, fun anime. Until it's not. Episode 7 might be one of the most beautiful episodes of anime I've ever watched. It was so sad. You could tell that they had specific intentions for this episode because from the first second there is a slight shift in tone from what we're used to. Whoever directed this episode needs a raise and a cold beer. I could go on and on about how fantastic the episode was, but I think it's something everybody just needs to experience for themselves. And the episode clarified the theory that I have about backstories. It's less about whose backstory it is and more about execution. There were a number of backstories in Demon Slayer that I did not care about, and I thought it was because the characters were not well-rounded enough for me to care. But it was probably just because it wasn't executed as well as others. Episode 7. That's how you do a backstory. The assertion that this anime is the most unique anime we've had in a while is false. We've had many, Mob Psycho being the most obvious one on the list. But it is a breath of fresh air. I like it. I really like it.